guys! Today I'm going to be doing 2 sketches of people with glasses because recently I've been granted glasses. I'm officially part of the community now, and so I was like, I guess I should draw people with glasses because I don't usually draw people with glasses, so I'll be a little more inclusive, I guess, now that I got diagnosed with bad vision. So that's what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be super simple, super chill sketches, and as you can see, I filled a whole 2 pages. What? I know, crazy. Usually I feel like it's a struggle to even fill up 1 page, but I did 2 today, just for you guys. And so to start, I'm going to do it with this reference I got from Pinterest. Almost all of my photos are from Pinterest that I get, so there's that. And I really liked this reference that I found. I used these simple pencils from Prismacolor. I didn't even realize they were Prismacolor, honestly. They're like allegedly a good brand, and then I just figured out I keep having these stuff. I think they were all gifts. So I used an 2H pencil and a 6B pencil. And so what those mean is how densely packed in the graphite is. And so for the 2H, that means H I think stands for hard, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm easily mistaken a lot. And so it means that the lead is more stiff. It's not as soft, right, as other pencils are. And so it's able to get down this really light sketch without having to put too much work in. And you don't have to do too faint because it won't put down a lot of lead or graphite anyways. So then I have the 6B pencil, which I outline everything with later, and it means it's very soft graphite. So the graphite comes down a lot faster, smoother, and it just puts down a lot more. And so that's what I kind of ended up doing, was outlining everything out, kind of acting like a line art almost, but just still with pencil. And so that's how I did each of these sketches. I really liked the lighting in the man sketch because it was really harsh lighting, and I didn't fully capture that because I was feeling lazy and just wanted to do something simple. So I just put in a few of the shadows, but I really enjoyed how it came out and I enjoyed the photo. As you can see, my animals are joining me today. They like coming in when I'm filming because normally I keep my door closed because they like to vomit in my bedroom. So that's not cool. So they're kicked out, but I let them come in when I'm here. Oh, she's saying hi. That's kind of how I got the base down. I just put in some simple sketches and did that. Ow. I just slowly work on building up the details. I don't worry about getting every single detail in. I don't worry about it being perfect because there's really no point. I'm not the best artist, and I think it's better to just get stuff done than to not do anything at all. And I don't really have a style, so you can tell that whenever these 2 drawings are done. I feel like the man is a little more realistic looking, whereas the girl's a little more stylized, and that's totally okay because I'm just learning. I don't really care about having a style, so why rush? And I feel like if a style doesn't like naturally come to you, then like why even worry about it? It just means I think you can do more diverse art and do kind of whatever a client wants you to do. Not that I have clients, but yeah. I kept working on the sketches, just building up the details and working on making sure there was a good amount of depth as well, and trying to make it look 3-dimensional so that way it looks like a person and not just like a cutout. Then I really liked how this guy had this hat on. I don't know what they're called, but my dad loves them. So literally, I think he has like 20 of them because that was like our go-to Christmas gift for him because he's so hard to shop for. So we're like, perfect, he likes these hats. And then he had to tell us one year, he's like, guys, no more hats. I appreciate them, but no more because I have too many and I can't even wear them all. So we're like, okay. But I thought that was fun that he had that hat on. And I think the hardest part is of drawing glasses is making sure that they are symmetrical, because it's like drawing the other eye, right? The dreaded other eye. And so you have to make sure that the frame matches the other side of the frame. and it's like obvious that it should match. You know, with like eyes, you can like, oh look, they're winking, or oh, like one is like, you're smiling, so one's like closed more than the other. Does anyone else have that with their smile? Because I do. But with lenses, it's like they're meant to be symmetrical. They are man-made, and I think that's the hardest thing, is that anything man-made that's not organic is hard for me to draw, because just the lines, making sure it's all straight, it's all very hard for me. That's why I'm gonna push myself to learn how to draw backgrounds, non-organic matter like cars and buildings. Oh, I'm literally so scared, but I'm gonna push myself because it'll make me a better artist. Do you ever wonder why like you try so hard at being good at art? Because literally I'm not even gonna make it a career. I just want to be good at it. So I'm like, why am I even so stressed about it? But I want to improve at the same time. So anyways, funny little tidbit, funny little thing. So that was fun drawing him. And then I'm moving on to the girl, which is a little bit more my speed because I'm used to drawing pretty girls from Pinterest. That's kind of what my art foundation was built off of. And I even got a little crazy because I wasn't sure if I wanted to include the anatomy or not and do like some more of the body pose, but I decided to be brave and to do it. That's a brief little sketch. I was kind of going back and forth the entire time, like, how much should I do? Should I go down to her neck? Should I go down to her torso? Should I include one of her legs that's kicked up? And so I finally decided to do that. I was going back and forth the entire time drawing this, so that was pretty funny. And I feel like with drawing glasses, what I learned from this is that I like drawing the glasses on later. And that may be different for different drawings that I do in the past, but I felt like for these two in particular, it was just easier, even though I kind of messed her glasses up and they don't look very symmetrical, but that's okay. We don't have to talk about that. That's okay. It's fine. After that, I kept building up the shading and the lines. After putting down a loose sketch, I feel like I just feel happy after a loose sketch. I'm like, okay, I know where things should relatively go. That's okay. Also, artists out there, do you guys include like the glare, the lenses in your drawings? Because I've been trying to decide this entire time. Like, should I put the lens in the drawing? I didn't do it for these two, but I'm wondering for like future ones if I should, because it could give more like slightly more realistic, but also I could see it being distracting or me not doing it right. So I was like, not sure what to do. I think in a colored piece, it could look cool having like the different shades. Like you can see the reflection of the light in my lens. And I think that could be a fun thing to play with, especially with like digital art or like markers. I think that could be cool. But I think with like sketches, I don't know if I would want to include a lens reflection. So let me know what you guys would do, because I have no idea. She had this cute necklace, so I got to put that on there. I added some more dimension to her clothing, adding wrinkles. That's also another thing I feel like I struggle with, is clothing. Guys, I literally can only draw eyes. I feel like that's the only thing I enjoy doing and I feel like I'm good at. So I was like the kind of person that drew like just eyeballs everywhere on everything and never anything else. I branched out to the face, but that's like about as good as I feel like my confidence levels and things go. So yeah. Anyways, I drew some shine in her hair, which I really liked. I thought that was fun. I've been playing with that a little bit more and doing more bold lighting and shading and everything. So that was fun. And I also darkened her pants so you could tell they're separate from the shirt. And I also did a little bit of shading on her skin so you could also tell the difference between her shirt and her skin, because I think that's important. And I really enjoyed how the lip turned out. I was like, okay, glossy. What's her lip gloss? Because I want to use it. That's pretty nice. So that was fun. Do you guys ever feel like whenever you're drawing faces that like one eyebrow is better than the other? Because I feel like that happens to me all the time. I'm like, oh, that is so good. I should be an eyebrow waxer because I did so good at that. And then I draw the other eyebrow and I was like, oh, not as good. But I feel like that in real life too. Like I feel like one eyebrow is like always better than the other, because in my left eyebrow I have like a bald spot, so I think my right eyebrow, I don't know if that's just a me thing, but that's how I feel. So yeah. Anyways, I guess anything with symmetry can be hard. So that's kind of funny. That's the hardest part about being an artist, is mirroring something. Maybe that's why like side profiles are like kind of nice, because you only have to draw like 1/2 of everything instead of drawing 2 of everything, drawing a mirror image of everything. So maybe that's why. Here you can see the finished product. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I literally did not realize how much like smudging is around her because I was just distracted, I guess. But I enjoyed how they turned out. It was kind of a fun little challenge, making sure that the glasses lined up and making sure that it all looked like it was actually on their face and not just some levitating glasses. So that was fun. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye!